Welcome back to Today in Esports, where we bring you all the latest news from around the world of gaming. The Esports Awards winners were just announced, Call of Duty action resumes this weekend, and we got some big news for League of Legends. Let's get into it. Let's start with the biggest story, the Esports Awards. There's a bit of controversy about bias and how the winners are selected, but recipients deserve to be celebrated nonetheless. Most of the awards are decided with a 25% contribution from public voting, while 75% of the weight comes from the expert panel. Let's kick off with the People's Choice Awards, the 3 awards decided entirely by the community. Content Creator of the Year was won by the face of Rainbow Six, Jinxie. The 24-year-old started streaming in 2019, and after years of hard work has now amassed over 8.4 million followers on his Twitch channel and 5.6 million subscribers on YouTube. The next fully community-driven vote was for Esports Personality of the Year, which was won by Animesh Thug Argawal. Thug is widely credited with growing the IGC, or Indian gaming community. He started as a PUBG mobile streamer and now owns India's biggest gaming organization, Soul. Soul is massive in India and focuses on content in esports, mostly in mobile esports. Not only did Thug win Personality of the Year, but the organization Soul also won Esports Content Group of the Year for the 4th consecutive year. Streamer of the Year, also driven by community votes only, was won by iShowSpeed. The 20-year-old has experienced a meteoric rise in the streaming world over the past few years and continues to grow his online presence. He's known for his high energy and off-the-wall antics for millions of viewers worldwide. Unsurprisingly, Esports Publisher of the Year was won by Riot Games, and the Esports Game of the Year was League of Legends. Esports Play of the Year was won by T1's Doran, but we all know it wasn't for his Game 5 Camille. Esports Commercial Partner of the Year was won by Red Bull, who honestly have supported esports since the very beginning. Shout out to Dave Walsh and the Ogre Twins. Moving on to Competitor Awards, Esports Breakthrough Player of the Year was won by the Call of Duty prodigy Mercules, who notably won the Call of Duty World Championship at only his 3rd LAN competing in the Pro League. PC Player of the Year was won by Counter-Strike ZywOo for his insane 7 LAN win streak with Vitality. Controller Player of the Year was won by the fighting game legend Zhao Hai, who at age 36 continues to win some of the biggest fighting game tournaments in the world. Caster, host, and analyst winners were a clean sweep for Riot Games talent, as we saw Captain Flowers, Vedius, Laura Valet, and A Evil Cat take their respective awards as broadcast talent. Lastly, we celebrate the Lifetime Achievement Class of 2025 with Dota 2's No-Tail, CS2's Dupre, Formal of Call of Duty and Halo, as well as Steve Arhanset of Team Liquid, Tom and Tony Cannon, Tasteless, and Artosis. What a group of absolute legends. Enough about the hardware. Now that we've covered the awards, let's dive into news for the Game of the Year, League of Legends. T1 have finally officially announced Paze as the ADC to replace Gumayusi, and Gen.G confirmed that Canyon has re-signed with the org for another year. With all these team changes happening through Roster Mania, many are speculating which LCK team will end up with the strongest team for next season. Fortunately, we won't have to speculate for long, as in just a few weeks' time, we will see the Kespa Cup. The tournament begins on December 6th, featuring 10 LCK teams and 4 invited teams. The 4 invited teams will be all-star teams from Japan and Vietnam, plus Cloud9 and Team Liquid. This event being so soon means that we should see the announced rosters of these teams in the coming weeks. The only caveat is, the tournament's only going to be streamed on Disney+. You'll have to cough up those subscription bucks if you want to get an early look at these new rosters. One other announcement from Riot was the removal of esports org PSG talent from both League and Valorant. PSG was under fire for financial issues, including not being able to pay players and staff. I guess another one bites the dust. In other MOBA news, Dota 2's PGL Wallachia is heating up. The playoff bracket has begun, and the winners round 1 matches are ongoing at the time of this recording. So far, Team Spirit has continued their run of domination. After going undefeated in the group stage, they absolutely decimated Heroic in their first match of the bracket. Hypercarry Yotoro showed why he's often cited as the best player in the world, earning himself 25 kills and only 4 deaths during the 2-0 sweep. Their next opponent will be Paravision in round 2. We'll keep an eye on the rest of the bracket as the tournament progresses. Let's talk shooters. Call of Duty rosters are still being announced, and we saw the confirmation of 2 rumored rosters. G2 Minnesota, formerly as Rocker, confirmed their lineup of Estriel, Crimp, Mamba, and Skies, while Vancouver dropped an announcement video revealing Abe, Gwyn, Lunars, and Optics Halo Superstar Legend. This week, we also saw a few mixed roster tournaments. Most notably was the $20,000 Flank Invitational, where players were separated from their normal rosters. The Optic roster proved they might still be the best, as all 4 members were featured in the grand finals, with Mercules and Dashi playing against Shotzi and Hook on opposing rosters. Team Mercules would end up the winners on a team that also featured Toronto Koi's Joe Deceives and Real. What a stacked lineup. The COD community eagerly awaits the launch invitational tournament happening this weekend, where we'll get the first real look at Black Ops 7 Pro Play and all the new CDL rosters. Tune back in on Monday for a full recap of the event. And lastly, yesterday we saw a bit of a scare surrounding the CS2 StarLadder Budapest Major, as popular creators and co-streamers were noting the event's gambling sponsor, Rollbit, is banned on both YouTube and Twitch. Many speculated that the event would only be watchable on Kick and that anyone attempting to co-stream the event may be at risk of a bannable offense. After stirring up some paranoia, Twitch later came out to clarify that no co-streamers need to worry. They stated that while Rollbit is a prohibited site, that prohibition is specifically for streaming content directly from that site, and that physical branding does not violate these terms. Co-streamers can breathe a sigh of relief. The Budapest Major will be one of the biggest esports events of the year and kicks off on Monday. That's it for this episode of Today in Esports. Do you think someone else should have won any of the Esports Awards? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you again on Monday.